Good morning students, welcome back to the class 11 subject business study, and in today's video we are going with the chapter number 7 sources of business finance, topic borrowed funds. As we have already studied about debentures and bonds, we have seen the types, marriage, remarriage features of debentures, and then we have seen the comparison of shares and debenture. And in today's lecture we are going to discuss two more borrowing funds of marriage and demerits. We will discuss in detail in today's video. So let's begin with the first topic, known as loans from financial institute, and then we have to study about loans from commercial bank. Both are institutes which are providing loans to the businessman or organization. So let's begin with the loans from financial institute. Let's begin with this. I have written a detailed information in this, so you should not write it in your book, as I am already providing you notes for every chapter. So you should not write this, but understand this concept and read it very carefully for your benefits. Let's begin with the first type, known as loans from financial institute. This financial institute is also known as development bank. As it is mentioned over here, it is written development bank. The development bank is also been known as financial institution. How does this institution has been introduced? Here it has been mentioned the state and the central government have established various financial institutions to provide finance to business organization. Here many organizations get benefit from the state and central government established financial institutes. Here the government has already established the certain institutes who provide finance to the business organization. Finance is being given to business organization for the longer period of time. Now, this institute does market survey, providing technical assistance and managerial assistance. This financial institution helps the organization by making market survey and providing technical assistance or giving a managerial assistance to the organization. How to do the business, what are the techniques, what are the methods are to be used to raise more funds. This kind of things are being provided to the business organization from financial institute. So here we get the guidelines from financial institution to run our business. Sometimes they give a managerial assistance also. So this managerial assistance is related to financial growth. Here, because finance has been invested by the finance company has invested money in the company, then the decisions or managerial assistance is needed from the financial institution also, or they can give a suggestion to improve more and more for raising funds or raising profits. Now, next point is related to this source is suitable. This source is suitable for long-term funding to fulfill the requirement of expansion, reorganizing, modernization of an organization. These funds, which are being given by the financial institution, is helpful for making an expansion of the organization, or we can say that internal reconstruction will be occurred, or we can say that they can modernize with the new machines and techniques to improve the organization performance. This money is ultimately a long-term funding. So long-term funding has a certain concept and procedures which has to be followed by the organization. This much part we have studied. This is an concept or of financial institution. It is an introduction part of a financial institution. So let's begin with the merits and demerits. The first merit is medium and long-term finance. Here, this financial institution helps the bigger organizations by providing medium level or high level or long level term financing to the huge organizations as compared to commercial bank. Commercial bank do not provide middle or long term financing. They always provide short term loans to the organization. Next part is assistance in business. As we have already studied in the second point, managerial assistance. Sometimes organization needs some assistance related to finance distribution. So that time the managerial and technical assistance are being provided by the financial institution to that particular organization. Next point is source of goodwill. How this source of goodwill occurs? If you get the loans from financial institutions which are being recognized by the state government or central government, that creates a good image in the minds of investors who are investing in your business or who wants to give you a borrowed money. They have a certain image that this organization gets financial support from financial institution, so they have a certain strong background to repay the amount back to the financial institution. यहाँ पे ऐसा होगा कि जब गुडविल की बात हम करते हैं तो गुडविल जब प्रोवाइड किया जाता है तो गुडविल में ऐसा है कि जब आपको फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूट से मनी मिलता है तो बाहर मार्केट में जो आपको बोरोइंग या लैंडरिंग करते हैं उनके दिमाग में ये कॉन्सेप्ट बैठ जाता है कि इस कंपनी का बहुत अच्छा इमेज है इन टर्म्स ऑफ रिटर्निंग बैक द मनी. सो इसी बेस पे क्या होता है कि बाहर से अगर डिफरेंट सोर्सेज से भी हमको फंड रेज करना हो तो हम इजीली कर सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन सपोर्ट. नाउ नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज इजी रीपेमेंट स्कीम और ऑप्शन. हियर organization do not get the burden of payment of huge amount. They can pay in easily installment basis to the financial institution along with interest. As usual, financial institution doesn't gives you without interest of money. The interest is must. The interest has to be paid by the organization itself. Finance even during depression. If the situation of the organization, even the financial institution gets crisis or face crisis, then also financial institution provides the loan to the organization and the sources gets available to them. Apart from that, in the market the sources are not available. That time also financial institution provides the fund to the company itself. Now this merits are been easy and this concept are also been easy for you and it can be scored easy mark. Now next part is demerit. In demerit we are having 3 points. In that 3 points, first point says difficult procedure. It is a long process for financial institution loans. You have to give all the information related to your organization, how you want loan, where you want loan, how much loans you are required. It is time consuming and expensive. The cost of that loan paperwork is higher. So it is a difficult process and it is time consuming process also. Restrictive clauses. Restrictive clauses means if you get the loan from financial institution, then the restrictive clause can occur by the financial institution by making sure that the institution imposing a restriction on the payment of dividend. For example, if company pays 6% dividend every year on the particular profit, so financial institution can reduce or it can change this 5% into 4% of dividend payment because financial institution has invested in your organization. Next part is interference in management. Yes, it is usually said that if financial institute gives you money, they will interfere in your management decisions and it will impact the organization as borrowed company manage you in your own company. So this is the concept of loans from financial institute. It is clearly said that it has been introduced from the state government and central government to raise funds, to give the funds to the business, and then this institute itself goes with the market survey. They provide assistance in terms of technical and managerial. this fund is ultimately a long-term fund, and it will be used to expand, modify, or we can say that reorganizing the fund. Now we have seen that merits and demerits. All 5 points and 3 points have been explained to you. Now we are going into the next concept. Next concept is loans from commercial bank. As you have already studied about commercial bank. Commercial bank is nothing but they are performing and function where they accept deposits and they give loans to others and make investment with the objective of earning profits. It is known as commercial bank. So we will study about commercial bank. Commercial bank is an important source of raising funds from different for different purpose and for different time period. In commercial bank, it can be said that commercial bank provides loans for short term or short period of time within 1 year. Here, you can say that commercial bank is one of the source where we can raise fund for a short period of time with a different purpose and with a different specific period of times. Now, I have written the commercial bank definition over here. Commercial bank is an institution which performs the function of accepting deposit, granting loans, making investment with the aim of earning profits. This is usual as we have studied about this. So now we are going into the concept of merits and demerits. But before that, you should know that commercial bank is performing the function of accepting deposits, giving loans and making investment with the aim of earning profit. Here the raised funds are being short term. You should know this, the amount which you have received for a short period of time. As in financial institute, the funds which you have received is for longer period of time. So let's begin with the merits. In merits, first point is economical. What about economical? It has been said that the bank is a cheaper source of financing as it is not occurring any expenses and they give more benefits in terms of money. Here you should not issue any paper, you should not write that much detailed explanation related to borrowing funds. It is a short period of time and it will get easily by the bank. It is an economical and it is a cheaper concept of raising funds. Next part is maintaining business secrecy. In commercial bank, your information does not leak. It is a confidential why you have taken the funds from the loan from the bank. It is a secrecy. It cannot be known by the public or any other rivals. It is between bank and that particular businessman. Now, next point is less formality. Here you do not have that much documentary work, but it has a difficult procedure also. Here it does not have a that much detailed investigation of the company, why they want that company's loan. They do not have to make a huge securities in terms of short-term loans. They have to provide nominal or mortgage assets so that can be it can be taken by the company in terms of non-payment of borrowed funds. Now next point is flexible source. Here commercial bank is a flexible source. From that company gets funds and it is required and it has to be paid later on. As we can say that in flexible source the amounts are being taken from the bank with the shorter documentation work and it will be easily provided by the bank to you and you have to repay that loans or borrowed funds along with the interest later on or at a specific period of time. Now we are going into the demerits. It is short-term finance. It cannot be funded or it cannot be reissued in terms of short-term finance. Here commercial bank only provides short-term finance. In that short-term finance, it has not been renewed or it has not been reissued by the bank for the longer period of time. Now next point is difficult procedure. Here in difficult procedure, the amount which you are getting that from commercial bank it requires certain difficult procedures. It is time consuming and expensive also, but it is less expensive as compared to financial institution. Now, restrictive clause. Restrictive clause means here commercial bank can put certain restriction on the company as they get security on assets. They can say that the mortgage assets cannot be sold by the company itself. So this much is for commercial bank and financial institution. In commercial bank, the source of funds gets for the period of short time. Now it can be said that the commercial bank is ultimately providing loans by making security assured, and at the time of their they can provide a flexible source of funds. This much things are being added in commercial banks. We have seen the merits and demerits. This question can come for 3 marks or 5 marks also if possible. Then now we are having only 2 more topics to cover for this chapter. One is public deposit and another is trade credit, and we will be providing a notes for the same chapter sooner, as I have already provided in the chapter number 6 also for writing purpose and study purpose. That's it for today. Thank you.